Hey, everybody. We are planning to start in next maybe 1-2 minutes. So let's wait for another attendance. If somebody missed the call or maybe it's join us later, it's possible to find the record which we will share as well as presentation later today. Andrew, are you ready?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah. I think we can start and yeah, so it's yeah. Hi, everybody. The plans for today, for today's February webinar from Virto Commerce demonstrate the latest trends in self-service. In self-service portal. Andrey will present it. And after this, unfortunately, Evgeny could not join us. He's sick, but I will try to replace him and demonstrate multi-app experience in Virto Commerce and what we are developing and how to use in your solutions. If you have any questions, you can type in the chat, and if we can have a proper answer on it, we can provide answer during the session. Otherwise, we'll share our response in GitHub or maybe on even via emails. Yeah, let me pass word to Andrew. He is our Virto Commerce and Marketplace Product Owner. And yeah, Andrew, go on.
Hello, hi everyone. Yeah, my name is Andrey, and I'm the product owner for our Virto Marketplace product. And today I'd like to present I'd like to present latest trends in self-service portals and why they are in high demand recently. And yeah, so my part would cover this why demand is growing for self-service portals, what value it brings to small to medium-sized businesses and enterprises. And later on, I'll briefly go through a vendor portal as an example of such a self-service portal we built for our marketplace product. And if there will be any questions, we could cover them. So first of all, why is demand growing for self-service portals? First of all, that is convenience. With a self-service portal, customers can access the information or services they need at any time without having to wait for customer service representatives to become available. This convenience is especially important in today's fast-paced world, where customers expect immediate solutions to their problems. Second point is it's cost-effective. Self-service portals can help organizations reduce their costs by automating repetitive tasks, some routine tasks, and allowing customers to find answers to their customers without the need for human interaction. This helps organizations to reduce the need for additional customer service representatives and improves operational efficiency. Next is increased customer satisfaction. customers value the self-service portals because they can quickly and easily access the information for services they need without the hassle of waiting in line or on hold. This leads to high level of customer satisfaction and loyalty. The first point I'd like to highlight here is the personalization. Self-service portals can be customized to meet the specific needs for individual customers. For example, a customer can create a personalized dashboard or reports that displays the information and services they use most frequently, making the experience more efficient and enjoyable. And some based roles permissions could also restrict some employees or some users from particular parts of the self-service portal. And one more point not mentioned here in the slide is data collection. So self-service portals can bring organizations with valuable data about their behavior, about customers' behavior and preferences. This data can be used to improve products and services, identify areas for improvement, and personalize the customer experience. So you can name more, but overall self-service portals are in high demand because they provide a convenient, cost-effective, and personalized way for customers to access the information and services they need. So what benefits self-service portal can bring to small to mid-sized businesses as well as to enterprises in B2B world? For SMBs, building an integration with a third-party system can be costly. In such cases, a self-service portal can become an alternative to such integration. It would allow to have a workplace and the main tool to complete tasks in the external system. A self-service portal can automate routine tasks and make information readily available to SMB employees, reducing the need for customer service to be involved. For enterprises, a ready-to-use self-service portal can be a good starting point to utilize the external solution while building a tight integration via API. It becomes a cost-effective solution to start and later on to grow building an integration. A hybrid model could be used when part of the data exchange runs via API integration and another part could be still used within the such a self-service portal. So now let me switch to the vendor self-service portal we built for our marketplace product to show how it could be used to start work with in this case, with the marketplace in virtually a few clicks. And for smaller vendors, it could become the main tool to work with a marketplace. For enterprise vendors, it could be a place to start with. Let me know if you can see my screen. I mean the browser screen.
Yeah, okay. I can see it. Yeah.
All right. So currently, I'm on the vendor portal. I'm logged in as a vendor, and here is my main tool to interact with the marketplace. Oleg will later mention, but in more details. But in general, this vendor portal utilizes APIs, and it's just an interface for vendors, for vendor employees to work with the marketplace. All the functionality here available through the API, and for enterprises, it could be reached via API building an integration. But as I've mentioned, for small and mid-sized businesses, it could be a main tool to work with the marketplace. And here is the after login, I'm on the dashboard, And the main task for a vendor is mostly to upload products, upload prices and stock levels, and process orders, as well as adjust its organization details and involve team members. So here I will briefly go through the menu items on the left. So here you may see I can manually manage my products, and you can see the list of products, as well as I can see a list of offers. And offers in this case it's a price list and stock levels I manage here. I could manage, and again, it could be managed either manually or in bulk. And for bulk operations, I can use an import functionality, so I can upload catalog and offers, so price list and availability through CSV import. In this case, let's say catalog products, master data, and price list could be exported from some external system. And if there is no integration build, I could still upload them here, and those and my products and offers would be available on the marketplace. Next, I can see what feedback left to me by customers, and those and that way I can improve my service level. So if approved feedbacks vendors can see, and if some negative rating or feedback received, I can I could improve my service. And definitely I should be able to adjust my organization details that would be presented for my customers on the marketplace. These could be some logos, some company details, like about company and delivery times, as well as addresses. So all this I can manage by myself, not involving the marketplace support team. I can also adjust my fulfillment centers. If I have multiple warehouses to fulfill, it could be also managed by myself. And I can also invite my team members. So let's say I'm a vendor with multiple employees that could utilize this self-service portal. I can invite them myself. No need to involve, again, marketplace team for that. And moreover, I can assign a role to an employee, and based on that, based on the assigned role, different employees would see only part of this user interface of this self-service portal. So and one more thing, definitely, I should be able to process orders. And here is the list of orders. I see all the details about the order. I can, here, for example, this order has been accepted previously, and once I'm ready to ship it, I can change the status of it, send it for shipment. And for new orders, I can also start processing. I see all the details. Yeah. So that's basically completes the cycle of uploading products, offers, receiving the orders, and processing them.
Andrew, what about customization of this portal? So then what kind of common customization do you see from as a feedback or customization from our partners and from our clients for these vendor portals?
Well, yeah, so customization is mostly could be related to this import formats. So let's say a new format needs to be provided here, and we have, for example, here we have a list of importers, and new import provider, new importer needs to be added here. So to apply to a specific format of the file, so these customizations could be done. Definitely, it supports localization. So it could be localized. Yeah, in general, it's as far as it's built on Virto shell, so-called Virto shell, it is flexible in customizations.
Yeah, I can add it also that in some of our projects which we are working together with Andrew, it was provide an extension of this vendor portal with additional elements which bring access to internal ecosystem. It can be SharePoints and can be internal folders, FAQ. So in this case, vendor portal, like part of self-service portal, can be built a part of one window to sellers, vendors, or distributors to hold your ecosystem. And they can find the more details without without touching you, without contact you, and provide some automation because, as Andrew mentioned, it's APIs here, and it's just single page application built above API. So some automations and tools and productivity tools can be built above it. I think it's a topic for solutions and for developers who want to build and work and extend the solution with your own tools and integrations.
Yeah, like maybe Oleg, you will share in your later part, reports. Power BI reports could be also integrated and be part of this self-service portal. So some custom reports could be created and built and added here for vendors. Yep.
Okay.
Anything else? Yeah, if no other questions, now let me pass the word to Oleg, who will go through the multi-app experience.
Yeah, let me share my screen. And let me start with the demo. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. Indeed, in this part of the sections, we will just demonstrate how we see the integration of Virto Commerce platform in part of your ecosystem. And good example of application ecosystem, it can be, of course, Microsoft Office 365, Google Apps, and all this provides set of the application which integrated seamlessly, but making decisions and provide ability to different access to different data in different tools. You see my screen. I open here one of our demo environments, and primary difference versus original Virto Commerce is elements on the top left corner. It's apps. If you click on it, it's apps. It's open apps Virto Commerce apps applications. You see on this environment, I install several applications. It's reports and tasks, but one of them, of course, vendor portal can be one of them. And if I click on it, and for example, if application and report is required, so I can click on it, and it will be redirected me to Power BI reports, which already integrated with e-commerce solution. So you see, I use my single sign-on Active Directory account and have a seamless sign-on from Virto Commerce platform to Power BI solution. So it's without entering login and entering additional data. So for me, it's a seamless experience. So user only need one login and will be seamless navigated between apps, providing and improve this user experience. Next one is related to another application. It's task. It's a preview module, which are responsible for task management. Here I can create and assign the task for employee in my organization. We are just created as Andrew demonstrated above Virto shell, and it's demonstrate functionality to see the task, to understand the due date, receive notifications, and it was designed like separated Virto Commerce modules. If required, I can go to task, create it, and assign the task different types on my employee from my organizations, right? But it's also available that it provides the experience that one applications, multiple applications, and seamless navigation between them. And if it's required, I can go to back and switch back to from this application to Virto Commerce as well. Yeah, what we designed, and honestly, just before to go to how it implemented and etc. Let me just demonstrate why we are focused and what kind of benefits a Virto Commerce multi-apps experience can bring you. First, of course, it's improved user experience. Next one is separated development. You can develop and build your own applications separately. You see, I demonstrated task applications. Andrew demonstrated vendor portal application. It can be integration with already existing application with Power BI, which supports single sign-on. It can be developed by us, by partners, by solutions. Another one, it's benefits of using this approach, it's scalability. So you can choose and define and increase your business functionality and scale up and scale down based on which application you need it and install it. And of course, we are working on building and presenting consistent user interface. Our Virtual SDK in UI Kit provide consistent user interface with modern approach, which helps you to improve brand recognition and user adoptions. And if you go to this one, to vendor portal, Andrew missed it, but it can be easily changed the logo, labels, colors, backgrounds in same styles, but have same approach and same user experience between different applications. Okay, let me just briefly, before to going to the lab, to switch and present solution architecture about it. So it's how it looks, right? So primary, on the schema, you see that different Virto Commerce instances with different set of the modules. It can be combined in one. It can be deployed in separated application instances. But also primary point for you, it's different application can work with one login, one seamless navigations, one structure, but all this application can be designed and built on different technologies. It can be built above our Virto Shell on Vue 3. It can be built on Angular.js, like our Virto on Angular, like our platform and Virto Commerce platform interface. It can be designed any custom applications on any technology as you want, and integrated with API, which provide our platform, or maybe third-party services as well. We see in primary benefits for developers that you can create, deploy, and manage application as Virto Commerce module. So it means the application can be delivered and deployed as same pipelines and same tools as Virto Commerce designers. So it's nothing to change in current development pipeline. So from development point of view, you can reuse deployment, scalability, already knowledge and skills which you have, and deploy it and bring new benefits and new user experience. And with this approach, we are focused to open new opportunity and new flexibility for you. And of course, it's benefits. Another one, let me repeat it. It's primary for us. It's reduced development time and cost, consistent delivery, because it's same tools and same core elements of Virto Commerce already used. And of course, it's management applications model, so it's provide ability to integrate it easily and to current pipelines and test it and play it. Okay, let me switch to the left, but before it, here's several prerequisites which you need to apply before you start to play it later today. First one, Virto web applications and multi-application experience supported from latest stable release, so 3.264 and later. You will need to install Virto Commerce CLI VC Build 3.12. And if it's required, you can use VC Shell. It's SDK, which provides ability to build a new design based on view, like in task management applications, in vendor portal as well, and design it and build for yourself. Today's lab, I primarily will demonstrate it in Visual Studio, and here just 3 steps which is required to integrate and deploy a new applications. After the sessions, I will share the links. Also, you can find it on our GitHub. If you go to our GitHub, Virto Commerce, here you can find easily webinar repository. We will upload all artifacts and presentation in this repository as well. And for this demo, I will use Power BI reports module. So you can find the source, links, and check it and verify it. And if it's required, install in your local environments, maybe deploy it in your cloud and your Virto Commerce platform to review it and test it. Yeah. The first approach and first step for implementation of new applications inside Virto Commerce module, it's you need to add application section in module manifest. Here, it's just new elements which are available. So it's just simple attributes. You see the structure is very clean and simple. First one, attributes is ID. It's unique identifier for the application. Title, for me, it's reports, description, and icons. It's used by navigations, application switcher for application menu to display the list of available applications and provide seamless navigations between it. And also, here it can be added additional element. First one is permission. If it's required, you can reuse Virto Commerce permission and define this application will be available only for a person who has this permission. So it's you see that we reuse a lot of elements and core atoms of Virto Commerce platform to application to enrich it. So if you are familiar with Virto Commerce structure and Virto Commerce module, this approach will be well known for you. So first step, extend module manifest with application sections. You can see that multiple applications can be deployed and delivered with one module. The second step of registration is open Virto Commerce web project and create a new folder inside content folder. So usually here place for native Angular admin blades and system, but for new application, just need to create the folder with the name, with same name like application ID, so reports for me. And Virto Commerce will read manifest and add bindings on these folders. And here you can put any web content here. It can be Virto Shell application. It can be Angular JS application, can be React application. It can be simple index HTML, like for my demo purpose. But if I click on this link, the Virto Commerce platform will redirect to these folders and load these your applications which you need. For me, it's index HTML is default page, which loaded and provide interaction with Power BI system. So step 2, create content folder with application inside it and put web content and single page application inside it. That's all, honestly. So now we are ready to, and we can build, compress, and deploy Virto Commerce. After the deployment, if everything is implemented properly and configured and Virto Commerce is started, just I already deployed it, you can find that this module is deployed and installed part of Virto Commerce solution. Virto Commerce calls the specific API and build these elements of the menu and display icon name of the application and description of it. And if I click on it, you can see it will be navigate to application/reports, load index files, and it applies the transformation and redirections to my e-commerce report, which assigned to my specific application, to my specific e-commerce portal. So if you already have deployment pipelines and etc., so you can create a new module, application model, integrate it and create it based on the same source code which I already shared with you. Yeah, what about REST API? And if you plan to build this list of the application by yourself and part of your React application, so maybe custom your solution, how to display it, how to revert it back. We already have just one endpoint, API/platform apps, which you can execute it by GET request. And here you will receive, the customer will receive the actual and updated list of the applications. So you can use this API to send, call it, and get the list of the elements of application which are already installed in Virto Commerce. And here you can find the name of the application, descriptions, path, in relative paths, and ID of the names. And you can build it as a navigation menu in part of your custom applications as you want it, and provide seamless switching from your applications to another one, like, for example, I already mentioned, Office 365, Google Analytics is doing, as well as here you can define it and build the right approach. Yeah. You see that for this application, permission is not configured. But if I set up the permission part of the manifest, the Virto Commerce and this API will revert the list of actual and application which are available for me, for my permissions, based on my roles and my permissions available. So if I assign specific permission for reports module, for example, and for some reason I don't have excessive permissions for this report, this application will be disappeared. So it provides ability for you, if you plan to customize and build your own applications inside the Virto Commerce platform, grant access to specific resources based on roles and permission of customer. For example, allow to access to vendor portal only, and also maybe it's to vendor reports as well. I think that's all. Let me just switch back and maybe just briefly repeat the steps on the slide and the presentations. So if you need to build this power and multiple application part of Virto Commerce and enable access and switch between different applications like vendor portal, task, reports, your custom application as well. So you will need add web application model manifest defined as application, so at one place. Of course, the prerequisites, you need to create the Virto Commerce module. Next one, create the folders where you can put all, you can compile and put all artifacts of your web applications. So we don't limit technologies, approach, how you plan to build this application. It can be any application. As I demonstrated, it can be integration with Power BI. Build, compress, and deploy using the same approach as you use for Virto Commerce CLI. So nothing changed. Just install updated version of Virto Commerce CLI and deliver this as you deliver it as any Virto Commerce module. And of course, if you plan to access and want to access APIs here, and as well as for any functionality which are available in part of Virto Commerce solution. And finally, it's some references can be very interesting for you, which you can use like samples. First one, it's a simple module which we plan to continuously improve and enrich with set of the e-commerce reports, which already demonstrated at Power BI reports. Next one is task management. Also, we are continuously improve it and add the new functionality into it. It's both modules in preview release. All artifacts and folders for this webinar will be accessible later today or maybe tomorrow in our repository in GitHub. And of course, it's links related to Virto Commerce documentations, open source, and of course on our website. Thank you for today. Do you have any questions? Okay, so thank you very much for today's session. I hope it's simple and easy to repeat. If you have any questions or maybe have any comments or issues, please contact us on support on GitHub. We are open, and as well as let me just some information related to our next webinar. So it's at middle of March. We are planning the next sessions, which bring in new information related new functionality from business point of view and technical point of view as well. So thank you very much and see you soon.
Thank you.